Also, I main KO on Ascent, so I'll show you guys some tips and tricks for KO on Ascent. On Descent? On Ascent. I don't know where the D came from.
I'll get that spooky ghost boy.
How's it going, everyone? Ghost here, back with another Valorant guide. This guide is about KO, the robot man, the war machine, the absolute built diff unit. So, let's just jump right into it. KO's first ability is his Fragment, which he has 1 charge of and costs 200 credits. So his Fragment is basically a grenade. Looks like this. You throw it, it can bounce off stuff, just like that, and it does damage like that. So it does damage in those bursts. So it's not continuous damage, it's just burst damage, but it is a high amount of burst damage. So every time it pulses like this, that's what does damage to you. And it's also line of sight damage. So if I place my grenade down here and I don't look at it but I'm inside the circle, it doesn't do damage to me. So it has to be in line of sight. It's not like Killjoy's swarm grenades where it can do, well actually it's not like anyone's molly grenades, because everyone's molly grenade can do damage through walls and through like boxes and stuff, but KO's molly is, well, he's not really a molly, it's a grenade. His grenade molly, I don't even know what to call it. His grenade molly does damage in line of sight. So I'll throw this down. That's a flash, never mind. So if you can't see the center, it won't do damage, but if you can, it will do damage. So you saw just there, it does damage in the line of sight. So right now I'm going to throw my grenade at the enemy KO, and I'm going to show you how he dies within the pulses of the grenade. So now this is the difference between the enemy KO dying with line of sight and surviving without line of sight of the grenade. So this is with line of sight of the grenade. As you can see there, he died from the grenade because he was in the line of sight. And now the KO is not going to be in the line of sight. So there, the grenade right here was out of the KO's line of sight, but the grenade here was in the KO's line of sight. Second ability is Flash Drive, which costs 250 credits each. So his Flash Drive is pretty much what it sounds like, and you just saw me stuff up the thing just before. It's a flash grenade. So it's very similar to CSGO ability. So he has a grenade that bounces off walls, that can overarm and underarm throw. So you can overarm throw, you can underarm throw. That was my flash, that's a mistake. So underarm throw that. And he has a flashbang that can overarm throw or underarm throw. Just like that. So it's very similar to CSGO abilities, except for his signature and ult. Signature ability is 0 point. His 0 point is a knife that suppresses abilities. No, not that knife. I didn't mean to press F. This one. This knife is what I'm talking about. So you throw it, sticks to an object or wall or something, and anyone caught in that area is suppressed. It also detects people caught in that suppression area. So I'll show you guys that with the test dummy later. So you throw your knife, anyone within this area, that area will be suppressed. It's also a dome, a globe kind of shape, so I'll do it up high, up here. So it's a circle, right? I'll do it higher actually. It's a sphere, so it suppresses them in a sphere. So if you do it too high on something, people can escape from it. So it's not like a box or anything. It's a circle. If you're up high, you might be able to dodge it, but you know, it's unlikely. This is why I like KO on Ascent, because there's barely any high surfaces to get up to, so his knife would most likely hit you if it's in your general area. So his knife can suppress enemies who are within its radius, and it also detects those who are suppressed. So it tells you how many agents are suppressed and which agents are suppressed. And it has a cooldown after a single use, so you can use it like twice, 3 times in a round, if you're lucky. So yeah, that's pretty good for info and suppressing agents' abilities. So now I'm going to suppress the enemy KO with my signature ability, my knife. So I'm going to throw my knife around here. They are suppressed. It tells me hostiles detected, 1 agent suppressed, and they can't use their abilities. It also has this like triangle thing that shows them that their abilities are suppressed. Just like that. They can't use their abilities. And it can also detect people through walls. So if I throw my knife there, it still suppresses them. Now the enemy KO is going to suppress me. And as you can see, I am suppressed. I can't use my abilities.
Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that.
Can't use any of my abilities, but I can still shoot. I can still move around as normal, just I can't use abilities. Now, the enemy KO is going to throw his knife again, and I'm going to destroy it. Yes, you can destroy KO's knife. Just like that. It's destroyed, and I'm not suppressed. So if you're quick enough, you can destroy KO's knife. And then KO's ultimate ability is his null command, which is a buffed version of his signature ability in a way. So he ults, he suppresses people within these pulses, that pulse there, he suppresses people. It also has a timer. It suppresses people within these pulses. You can run away from it, but if you're caught in the first pulse, there's a time limit for however long you can use your ability, so I'll show you guys that later. So usually you can get, I think it's 3 or 4 pulses out before his ultimate stops. When KO is also ulted, he has increased fire rate, so he's like Reyna when she's ulted, or with Brimstone Stim Beacon, he has increased fire rate. And if he gets shot, if he gets killed, he gets downed, so allies can actually pick him back up. And when he gets downed, he has like 700 health, I think it is. I'll double check that later on in this video. You guys will also see that. But yeah, he'll get downed and allies will be able to pick him back up. So now I'm going to ult, and I'm going to show you guys that the enemy KO is suppressed within the pulses. So it is a far range, so if I ult right here, he's suppressed. Within the pulses, he is suppressed again, and it works even this far. So if he walks out of this during the suppression, then there will be a short countdown until he can use his abilities until the next pulse. But if he gets hit by the next pulse, he can't use his abilities for another few seconds. But if he is out of that pulse, then he can use his abilities. So now the enemy KO is suppressed and ulted, and now I am suppressed. I am out of his pulse. The effects wear off. I am back in the pulse. I get hit 4 seconds. I'm out of the pulse. It doesn't recharge. So if I stand out of the pulse, it lets me use my abilities after 4 seconds. If I stay in the pulse, then my abilities are still suppressed. So now I'm going to stay in the pulse. I'm suppressed, 4 seconds, counting down, still suppressed because I got hit by that pulse again. Can't use any of my abilities.
Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that.
I am suppressed until the timer wears out. So now I'm going to ult, but since I need a teammate to be downed, like if you ult and you get killed while you're ulted and no one else is on your team, you just die. But if there's at least one other person on your team, then you'll get downed. So since I need someone on my team for me to be able to get downed, I'm just gonna have my friend here on my team, and I'm gonna do damage to myself. So I'm gonna ult here and just throw this down and take damage from that. Okay, so I have 150 health when I am downed, and this is what it looks like. And it has a countdown, so I'm running out of time for me to be picked up. And then when my teammate picks me up, the timer stops, this bar fills up, and I can get picked back up with 100 health. Okay, now can you do that? What? Actually, how much health are you on? Okay, throw your... How much health are you on?
21.
21.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Okay. Help.
Alright, so now my enemy is going to be downed. They're downed, and I'm going to revive them if it's safe. So just press your interact key to revive them. You can also see the timer up under their player logo, so you see how much time is left. And then you just pick them back up, and they should be good to go. Make sure there is no one around. You can't move while you're downed, so make sure you get your teammates to clear the area before they pick you up. And you need communication for KO, so just be aware that if you want to get picked up, you actually have to say, I want to get picked up, if no one's picking you up. Alright, so as I told you guys before, I main KO on Ascent, so I'll just show you a few knife lineups and a few tips and tricks for KO. So if you want to suppress around here, some people call it giraffe, I just call it defender side long. If you want to suppress there, stick yourself in this corner here and then aim your crosshair at this point here on the cloud and then just normal throw, and by the time you guys, oh my god, my lag, by the time you guys get ready to push onto site, that area should be suppressed, so you can see that the enemy there was suppressed. So there are his abilities. I'll tell you guys some strats that I use for KO on Ascent. Okay, so a good suppression for covering stairs here, the button switch here, market stairs here, the little cubby there, and this area here, is a knife like this. So you just want to stick yourself in the same corner and then pull out your knife. See this section of the cloud that is kind of cut out? You want to put it at the bottom right here and just do a normal throw, and then it should land around here. Let's give it time. Yep, should land around there. Suppresses stairs, suppresses here. You know, it's a really good suppression, and by the time you guys push on, if you do it quietly, then their ability should be suppressed, so there won't be any flashes or blinds or anything coming your way. So if you want to do a suppression for B and Boathouse, so B site and Boathouse, get your crosshair and stick it around this cloud here. It's a bit hard to know when you're learning, but once you understand where they are, it's pretty easy to know where they are. So long, button, and what's it called? Sight. So just around here, throw it, and it should land right around sight here. So that's a good suppression for B site and Boathouse. If you wanted a bit more Boathouse side, just move it over a little bit more to the left, and that should get more of Boathouse. Just like that, which is perfect. And you can do that in place of the first one if you want, really. Okay, thank you. Now can you go B main?
I'm gonna piss myself.
Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done.
Which where?
B main!
B main. Boing. Or.
Alright, and when you're defending B and you want to get info, you can throw your knife down B main through the window here, so just pretty easy. Aim your crosshair at the top of the bar here and just throw it right there, and it should suppress the entrance of B main. If you want to do a shallower and safer suppression, you can either do it, let them push up a little bit more, do it right at the wall here, or you can do it around here through this window, get a bit more, but a bit more exposed as well. So you can get this area if you're standing from market, you can get this area if you're standing from market and aiming at the wall, and you can get a lot of back area if you're standing here. So a lot of good suppression strats. You can also do them from here. That also works instead of doing the one from market, because if you want to do the one from market and then hold mid, you can, but if you want to hold B instead of holding mid, you can have that option instead. So a lot of really easy knife options for B main, not too complicated lineups. So let's jump over to A. Alright, so we're going to be attacking A now, so I'll show you guys some lineups on A with KO. So stick yourself in this corner here and aim at this like faded cloud here, so in between of this tip here and that tip there. So just basically in the middle and throw your knife. Fucking lag.
Enemy suppressed.
Okay, it worked. It landed. It was so delayed and lagged. I don't know what's wrong with my internet right now. But just aim it there and it should land around there and clear all of sight for you. Just like that. Clears close as well. If you want to clear more of rafters, you just put your crosshair down a little bit to the tip of the cloud here. I have no idea why that just suppressed. And then throw it down there, so at the tip of that faded cloud, so just down a bit, and it should get rafters as well, just like that. So that's a good 2 suppression for A site. Okay, can you follow me now?
Flash.
Okay, just stand here. No. Okay, good, just stand there. Don't worry, I'm almost done, I'm almost done.
Knife deployed. They're suppressed.
Something is very wrong with my internet. It's like dying.
Suppress it. Shutting them down.
Brooke, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you stand top mid, please? Oh my fucking god.
Shutting them down. Enemy suppressed.
So if you want to do a top mid knife, so around here, just stick yourself in the corner of the box here and then aim in between the 2 trees here, so just in the middle, and then just throw your knife normally. If my lag will let me throw my knife. Okay. So did that work? Oh my god. Oh my glob. Oh my glob. Just throw, please. So yeah, there's a top mid suppression right there. It eventually worked without the lag and internet being really stupid. So there's your top mid suppression right there. So if you want to do a lobby suppression, just come to where the barrier phase begins, and then once it drops, you can throw your suppression just through there, and you'll get the quick info just like that. So pretty easy suppressions for both A and B to remember. When you're attacking, it's a bit more complicated to learn because the clouds look the same, but once you do it a while, you'll understand and remember it anyway, so it's not too bad. And on B, if I'm attacking and post-plant situation, I wouldn't usually play for lineups because you have to go all the way back out main, which is a bit of a hassle, and it's not in a convenient situation, in a convenient spot to run to if you're limited on time. So I usually like to do lineups on A. So say the spike is planted either default gen or default boxes here. What you want to do is grab your molly and just stick it at the middle between the point of this thing here and the point of that cloud, so in the middle right there. Just throw your molly and it should land at generator. So that's your gen molly. The molly for the boxes, just push it out all the way to the right. So if you want it directly on green boxes, just push it way out to the right. So just to recap, in between the points here is your generator plant or molly, and then right here is your green boxes molly. And look how perfect they are. Anyway, that was my KO guide on Ascent as a KO main on Ascent. Nothing too special really, it's just pretty simple. KO is a really simple agent to understand. Like, there's nothing too crazy that you can do with him besides some cool lineups that you can do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you lovely people in the next video. Peace.